I am Kat Bello. This is for my technical writing class in Alaska. There have been a lot of restrictive measures applied to reduce abortions lately, but one should also be aware that Catholic countries are the most violent. So the solution, while heading that direction, and to reduce the circle of violence to follow with street children raising themselves, could be to enforce a marriage between the rapist and the victim. In the book of Deuteronomy, it explains that a man who violates a woman must then marry her, even if she gave her consent, since she is now damaged goods. Or she could settle for the cost of the damages if she'd rather. While women do all the work and sacrifice in growing, birthing, and raising the children, men could with pleasure alone impregnate thousands of women. So naturally, they need to be more restricted and better guided in their behavior. Wikipedia supplied the ethos of rape statistics and cultural practice. The subject of child rape is pathos because most adults don't consent on violating children. It is logos to assume that most children would not understand real implications of a marriage. Men of higher status can manipulate their position to use women, steal their goods and their reputation, then leave them on the street. Once these men are forced into marriage, if we choose to offer that as a new law, along with the stricter abortion laws, how do we control them from having extramarital affairs and not forcing abortion on other women since they are already in a forced marriage? Wikipedia claims that 9 out of 10 rapes are of girls under 15 and by a family member. Since she can't marry a family member, the rapist could still assert custody if not charged with a crime. In Africa, a hyena is a man who's paid to initiate a child as the rite of passage, kusasa fumbi, for 3 days. Widow cleansing is also performed by a sex worker and a woman who lost her husband. In an arranged marriage, there is consent before the act, unlike the forced marriage that's due to the rape, which is similar to taking a slave for life. Both the Catholic Church and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights are against forced marriage because it violates their freedom and autonomy. In that case, how will it help to leave homeless children and damaged children on the street just to be raped again? Even in Sharia law, the bride must give her permission, but a child can understand the implication of a marriage. Forced marriage as a moral imperative in case of rape and pregnancy has been used to restore social honor for many generations, called the shotgun marriage, and especially when abortion is not an option.